Welcome to a deeper conversation. This conversation grew out of the word addiction. You heard a small piece of it in the main episode, but the longer conversations are often where we learn why people define a word the way they do. The first part of this conversation was lost, but what remains is a woman 5 years into recovery, sharing her experience with addiction and what she's learned since. She has just gotten keys to a new apartment in a neighborhood she never thought she'd be able to live in. She wondered what still showed up on her record, so she wasn't sure anyone would rent to her. But they did. Her life looks very different now. We will start in the present moment and then go back to see how she got there. Here she's talking about her soon-to-be ex-husband.
He and I almost to death.
In prison?
This was almost a year ago. He was sentenced to prison the other day, and he was supposed to turn himself in yesterday, and he didn't. His girlfriend's calling me, and she's like, he took off with my car. I'm pretty sure he's with some girl using.
To understand why that day unfolded the way it did, you have to understand where she came from. She grew up where addiction wasn't the exception. It was normal. Alcohol and drugs surrounded her long before she ever made her own choices.
When I got taken away, there was alcohol in my bottle. That's why I know that. And then we went to a foster care. Then the police, I was little when we got taken away and put in foster there. We got taken a few times.
Okay.
We got adopted at 12.
Okay.
But I was taken many times from my parents. And then foster care, and then back to my mom. And they didn't take kids away very easily when I was. Mm-hmm. It's not me. I'm too little to talk, but they're questioning my brother, who's 3 years older than me. They want to see drug use. They don't believe what they were told about us. Well, they're like, "Oh, have you ever done cocaine?" And he's like, "Yes." They're like, "Oh yeah, what does cocaine look like?" And he's like, "It's a white powder that you snuff up your nose." And he's explaining it. He's explaining what drugs look like. Then we go to a foster care. And our first night there, my brother's like, "Where's the doobie at?" And they're like, "What do you mean? Where's the doobie at?" And he's like, "We always smoke a doobie before we go to bed." And then so I read those police reports. Then my dad got out of prison. And my dad is very honest. So is my mom, actually. Not as honest as my dad. And he will straight tell me that he partied with us. He would give us drugs to go to sleep. Not maliciously. Yeah, not to get us addicted or hurt us. They're just partying, doing drugs.
After being in and out of foster care several times, her aunt eventually adopted her and her siblings. I asked, "How's your relationship with her today?"
Better than it used to be, for sure. I mean, she's a hard person but even with her, I have to understand, to her family was my parents is what she grew up around,
So she is your aunt.
She's my aunt, my dad's sister. Mm-hmm. And she's the only one of that whole family. My grandma died of alcohol and cocaine. Her brother was shot by the cops. Her other brother died of alcohol, cirrhosis, alcoholism. Her other two brothers have done their whole lives in prison. That's what she grew up around. And so she's just doing the best she can to be the exact opposite. And it's so extreme that it's just as hard to deal with. But it's just her trauma that she's, trying to do better with. She's just trying to do it better than she was taught, But that took me a long time to learn that about her. We had a really horrible relationship for so long. So, but no, it's good. It's good.
Okay, another miracle.
Yeah, right? And she helped me with anything as long as I'm trying to do good. So.
But yeah, both your siblings, your kid, your parents.
Mm-hmm. And we put her through hell. I mean, she adopted us 3 kids, and she adopted 3 kids that absolutely despised her, had full-on addictions. She just absolute problems. I just don't even see how any parent would put up with that. Anyone that's not your real kid, I don't even think most parents would put up with that in their biological kids. I mean, she did that with 3 kids that were thrown on her. I think she was 21. So I understand why she did the stuff that she did. I didn't when I was little, though. I didn't understand at all.
Addiction had been part of her story long before it became part of her life. She entered treatment at just 12 years old, not because she was deeply addicted yet, but because she was surrounded by it. Instead of finding recovery, she found herself among older addicts, learning things no child should have to learn. What do you think leads someone into addiction?
I think it's different for everyone. I think some like use it to escape. I think some pain, but like it's a whole different level when you get on substances that you actually can't function without. I think there's a difference between like experimental partying a little bit
On the weekend.
and then like an actual dependency. That's a whole different world. And I think it can stem from, it's on accident. Nobody wants that. Nobody tries to get that because it's miserable. It actually begins to be like not fun. You don't ever feel good, but you need it. And it's hell. It's actual hell, really.
In the years that followed, she lost custody of her daughter and eventually served time in jail on 2 felony charges.
When you went into prison, did they help you through that?
No.
Oh, how long does that withdrawal last?
I don't know if I ever remember the end of it. I used to be prescribed 3 OxyContin 80s a day, 8 Roxy 30s. That's crazy amounts of medicine. And I was on that for years and years and years.
Did you work?
Some of the time. I mean, I was an addict for a long time. I've always been the one that owned the home, I was the one working. My room was partying.
So you were functional.
Yeah, but I still lost it all because that's what I'm saying. You hang around addicts, it doesn't matter if you're using or not. You're going to pay those consequences, and I've seen that many times.
You think if you get sober, it's going to be great.
No, it's so hard.
And then you still have to hit all those emotions.
This is what I learned. It's so hard, and your mind will mess with you so bad. And that's what I've seen with like my friends, my husband. They will go through like a hiccup in life, and they'll go through something bad, and they will immediately make it worse by using. That's how I've rebuilt. I've gone through bad shit where I didn't think I was going to make it, and like bare knuckle just kept going. And then it like does. It's so crazy. It really is. It doesn't make sense. I tell everyone that. It does not make sense how I have been able to like build and provide for myself and my daughter. Financially, it doesn't make sense. It's just really strange, like honestly. But I just like keep doing it, and it keeps working out way better than I think it's going to. And yeah, I don't know.
That's good because for some, if they have the expectations, that's where you're disappointed.
Yeah, but if you have the expectation and your life's going to be perfect and you're not going to deal with anything, and then if anything bad does happen, you're going to use. That's where I think a lot of people relapse and then cycle back into that whole dependency and end up back in prison, and because they don't just like see bad things as bad things and like I'm just gonna walk through it. I don't know. We addicts have a way of, even people that eat or men or whatever, they have a way of going all in on the bad, and that's what makes it really bad. I mean, it doesn't start like that though.
It's fun,
and everyone thinks like I'm different. Yeah, that's the thing about people is they think like, oh no, I got control of this. I'm different. I'm just gonna get high on weekends, or I'm not gonna go to jail. I'm not gonna lose my job. I'm not gonna lose my wife or my family, or, we all go into it thinking that way, but that's just not reality. That's just not reality,
I asked how her daughter was doing.
Even this last rehab, she checked herself in, but she checked herself out too. And
after how many days?
It's like a week.
Really?
And I was like super upset, but I really have come to the point where I'm like, okay, I have to let her get to the point where she's like, I'm fucking done with this. And that is not going to happen if I continue to step in and control every situation for her. And I think that's why I didn't get clean with Carol, because she did everything. She did everything. She gave me every treatment center, every resource, every counselor, overkill of that. But it's like, yeah, unless it's like their idea, unless it's your idea, it's not gonna happen. It's literally not for love, not to stay out of prison, not to not die, not to that's how strong that is.
Recovery didn't erase the past, but it changed the way she looked back on it, especially when it came to her parents.
My mom, when my daughter was like 1 or 2, she gave my daughter Valium and almost killed her. So that once she did that with my daughter, because I don't really remember that stuff when I was little. I don't remember. I was told or I see on police reports or stuff like that. But when I've seen her do it, so you're so disassociated from it that how do you feel anything about it? But when I've seen her do that to my kid, I was like, oh, she's like evil, actually. She's not a safe person. Like, she's not a good person. So that's why I have resentment towards her. I don't really have resentment towards him because he hasn't affected my kid or anything like that. He has affected my life. Like, he got out of prison right before he went back this time. He got my apartment raided. I was pleading on drug court. He got me on ankle monitor. They condemned my apartment from what he had with him. I had to pay $17,000 for that. Like, he's stolen my car. He's done stuff like that. Like, he's an addict. He's done his whole life in prison. So, yeah, but I don't hate at all. Like, just like, it's sad. It's actually sad. Yeah. I put money on his books every day. I'm the only person that does put money on his books. So I don't have any hate for him at all.
So your brother's playing?
Mm-hmm.
Your sister?
I can't really tell of her. She says she was playing, but
You just have your boundaries with everybody?
Mhm.
You have to.
Yeah, no, you do. You do. And that took me a long time to learn. So when I would get clean, I wouldn't have those boundaries because I am the person that, like, is trying to take care of everyone, especially my brother and sister. We were always like, us three. It was always us three. So I always had to make sure they were good. And I realized, like, dude, you're going to lose everything with people in addiction around you. So this time I've been so strong with my boundaries, almost too strong with my boundaries. But I like don't date and I don't foster too many times.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Staying clean meant changing more than her habits. It meant changing some of her relationships.
That's why our marriage ended, is because I got my daughter back and he started using. And I was like, yeah, I can't do that. So I have her now. I remember him being like, you're not going to make it 6 months on your own. There's no way. And because he just like keeps using drugs, and like I not only have made it, I made it 5 years. Now I've moved to a better apartment. Like, literally my life is better in every single way without him. And like his life, because he continues to have the same patterns, and not just patterns using, but like addiction with girls. And like, he's got this girl she's really pretty. She like is obsessed with him. He's going to prison and he's screwing her over. He's so self-destructive that it's like, we're just like collateral damage in their destruction of themselves. And it's unfortunate. It's not personal. It's not. And that's what I'm learning right now. Like with him, and that's what I told her too. Dude, it's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. He did this exact same thing. I can tell you word for word what's going to happen, like the exact same thing to me. So it means nothing. Like it's him. It's his self-destruction. It's it. But I know when you're in it, it's like, it doesn't feel like that. It feels so personal when you love somebody, when it's just sad.
Recovery didn't happen the way she expected.
Works in mysterious ways. It does. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Sometimes you can't plan it either.
No, actually, I've never like planned on getting clean. Like, I've never been like, I want to get clean when I'm losing. Not ever. It's just like fallen on me. But it's just sad. It is sad because like they're so self-destructive. And then I have this friend. He just got out of prison and he's clean for a long time. And I was hanging out with him. We're friends. He likes me, and I still haven't been with anyone since I've split up with my husband, which is weird. Like 5 years. That's kind of weird. He's recently like relapsed. And I just told him, you got to stay the fuck away from me. If you're going to do that shit, because it doesn't matter if you're using or not. If you're being around those people, you're going to pay the same consequences because they are so erratic and irresponsible. And, and it's not like they're meaning to screw your life up. And I was like, you can't be around me or my kid or my house. And it's not that I have any like hate against addicts. I'm the total opposite.
Because I understand.
I know what destruction that brings. Yeah, I do.
What surprised you the most getting clean?
I think everything about getting clean surprised me. Honestly, like I've had like miracles happen since I walked. Like like I said, things that don't even make sense have happened. My daughter was like in a way, like not just like, oh,
how old was she when that happened?
Like 12, maybe 13. And this family was obsessed with her. And they'd wanted her since she was a little kid. And they finally got her. And then all of a sudden, I'm cleaning and they're like, get her out of here. We don't want her. We don't, you know what I mean? Like just weird things happen that are, I think, just like supposed to happen. And then like how I might work a job at a warehouse or whatever. Okay. And a lot of people would think like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But guess what? I work a job at a warehouse and I'm able to support me and my daughter. And we're financially fine. And I haven't gone to school, which I should. Cause like like I said, like your mind stops you more than anyone. I'm a felon. I can't do that. I'm too old. I think I do that a lot more than
sometimes then you realize.
Yeah. That I don't know. I just didn't think it would work. I'm not going to be able to make it without a man. I'm not going to be able to support me and Ailey. There's so many times when I work itself out and it like does every time. Every single time. as long as I don't use. It seems to like, and like, yeah, I'm going to have problems, but my problems are, they're doable.
Never craved.
I just don't know. I don't have the desire to use anymore.
That's a gift.
Yeah.
That's a gift.
Crazy. It's actually crazy. When I first stopped clean, my brother was staying with me and he was using at first. And I would find meth pipes, needles around my house. And I was newly clean, you know, and just gone through a divorce. And yeah, I was not at all was I triggered. And then I broke my leg. I had to have surgery and I was like given Percocet. I dumped him in the toilet. That would have never, ever happened before.
When addiction was no longer making the decisions, something else started taking its place.
I'm telling you, it kind of works itself out. The people who've done me that when my intentions have been pure, I couldn't find better how their life worked out better, like literally. Which I'm not a revengeful person like that, but if I was, I couldn't find it better.
And as our conversation came full circle, her phone buzzed again. It was her husband's girlfriend.
My husband's girlfriend.
Oh, let's hear.
Found this car. She's hiding in the grass.
In the grass?
Yes, this poor girl, dude. And I can't tell her because it's like, dude, you gotta learn.
She's hiding in the grass from him?
She found her car and she's waiting for him to come back to her car. So she can like, I don't know. He took her car and she doesn't know. She just drove around and found it. I'm not kidding.
You're like, I do not miss that life.
Yeah. No, I didn't do that with him though. I just was like, bye, but yeah. Yeah, no, I am grateful. I am so grateful. It's not me.
What I appreciated most about this conversation is that while someone was hiding in the grass, chasing chaos, she was sitting in the salon chair laughing about it. Not because it was funny, but because she recognized a life she no longer lives. I think about how hard it must have been to break the cycle, to walk away from what was familiar and build a different life. Maybe that's what recovery looks like. Not a perfect life, but no longer living the same storm. Thank you for your story, and thank you for listening. Until next time, keep listening, keep wondering, and keep exploring the words that shape your world and why.